Hey guys, what's up? It's Sean, Autotopia LA. I am back with my friend Jason. If you guys didn't see the episode we did with Jason previously, the F100 smoky, gnarly burnouts, oh shit faces from me. So this is Jason's brand new shop, HB Hot Rod. But Jason's far from a beginning builder. You spent 20 years at Motortrend?
Yep, 20 years.
Week to Wicked, all the different stuff that you've done. So you've been building cars since you're a young kid pretty much.
Yeah, and it started obviously way before that. I got my first Camaro when I was like 15. That was my high school car. You know, I always liked something that looks simple. I find myself far from a great builder. I find myself as a builder that can build simple, clean, get in the car and drive.
It's one of the things I love about you. When I look at vehicles where you've plumbed it, you've wired it, it's like you're super OCD detailed like crazy, which might drive you nutty, but at the end of the day, what you're producing is something that like you can put somebody in a car and they can drive it down the road safely.
No, for sure, and you know, that OCD thing I think makes me a better builder because when I look at something, I can pick everything apart I do.
Yeah. Well, let's dig in on this. You guys, I'm gonna turn Jason loose now. I want you to give the story of when you got it and everything you've done to it.
The truck I got when I was 18. So from my Camaro, I sold my Camaro because I got into street bikes, Japanese bikes especially. That being said, you know, I wanted another car and I love trucks. So at 18, I picked this thing up and I had this vision that this was gonna be such a bitchin' truck. I was going 90 street rod with it.
Far from 90 street rod, dude.
It is now, and how that happened was I got in the Rockabilly scene. So that quickly changed to something different.
What year is this one?
49.
49.
Yep. I took this truck and the first thing I did to it was chop it 6 inches. Never chopped anything in my life. I was probably 20 at that time. Chopped it in my garage and I said, no, we're gonna build this how I want to build it now. And you know, from there, you know, we did a bunch of other modifications, which when we go around the truck, I can point out. Painted it flat black, put the white walls on there, put a Mustang 2 front in there, put airbags on it, and took off. So it's a small block Chevy, pretty tame, mild little cam in it. And then I did, just recently, I redid the front runner, which I did an Eddie Motorsport V-belt to kind of keep it looking a little traditional, but just so much cleaner and it's really tight the way it all fits in there. And then just put on the multi-port from Phytech. And the reason I did that, I had another system on there that was fuel injected. It just didn't run properly, and I just recently gave this to my wife. Sold her Nova, so this is actually her truck now. And then David came in and Cerakoted all the top, which you'll see the valve covers, intake and all that stuff, and the top cooling tube. So all that's been Cerakoted recently, but that's about the freshest stuff we did. And then
what's the engine? I'm just curious, power-wise, what do you make?
I think we dynoed it over at West Tech. It made like 400 horsepower, 400 torque. On engine itself, that was the first time that we tuned the original fuel injection we did when I was back at Motortrend.
Yeah. And then I take it you got rid of the bags, or is it still bagged?
Nope, it's coilovers all the way around.
It is?
Yep.
Yeah.
And the cool thing about this truck is it's got a slightly down stance in the rear, just for that look that I really like, but it's low. And
it is definitely low.
This thing, I can drive it down any freeway, any street, hit a dip, it does not rub on anything.
You don't hit anything?
Nope.
Yeah, I know, it's funny, you know, until you just said that, I never really noticed that the rear is slightly squatted over the front.
And that's all by design, just kind of give it that look. But the frames on these trucks sit about 6 inches higher than the running boards do. So if there's anything I was gonna hit, it would be the running boards, and I've never never rubbed anything, go over speed bumps, it's nice.
Still stock frame under it?
Art Morrison.
It is Art Morrison.
Yeah. So it's an Art Morrison chassis with the coilovers all the way around.
I love you, dude. You're so funny. You make this truck sound so simple, but meanwhile, it's a Morrison chassis. It's a built small block. It's fuel injected. It's a 200. I mean, it's
it's a drivable truck.
I get it.
Yeah, and we did disc brakes. I did CPP disc brakes all the way around, so it stops nice. Did a manual setup on it just because I like the feel of a manual brake.
I do too.
Yeah,
I love it.
You know, rack and pinion up front, which is funny. The truck's super overkill for running a 6-inch bias ply white wall tire. But who cares?
Which brand new tires on here, so we're gonna we need to take just a little tread off of them today. Because I wouldn't want Randy driving around. Brand new tires are dangerous.
No, we gotta get them sticky.
Yeah. All right, let's go into the body mods then instead.
Where do you want to start?
Why don't you go front to back on this, because there's so, I mean, I notice even your headlights, the way they sit in here.
Yeah, so the headlights are all Frenched in. I do want to make a quick note. I'm gonna add a hood to this in the next month. Yeah, I'm tired of the look.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to put a hood on it, but all this obviously is all sheet metal. When I wasn't,
This is you hand making this?
Yeah, because I wasn't running a hood, so I didn't want the hood latch and everything there.
Yep.
And then my buddy Jeff Stiles came out and pinstriped everything for me.
So sick.
Yeah.
The pinstriping on this is,
It's cool.
I mean, everything about this is so correct to the era of truck you were building.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
it just looks like,
It's, you know,
it
kind
looks
of a
straight
60s
out of
custom.
that's what I was just gonna say,
Yep.
dude. It looks straight out of the 60s, like Ed Roth days and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, it like, that's what it reminds me of.
But yeah, if you make our way back this way, obviously the firewall has been, you know, I think that was a Fitchens Products, but I grafted a firewall into it and then did the lower boards, just smooth everything out. Didn't do a whole lot to the inner fenders except for filled all the holes and stuff.
Yeah,
So those are pretty, that's a pretty stock inner fender actually.
it is, okay.
Yeah.
But this firewall is a replacement firewall?
Yeah.
Does it already come cut for the engine
Yeah,
to set back?
the recess is already in there.
Uh-huh.
All I did, I cut the original firewall out and then just grafted this one in.
Nice.
Yeah, saved a lot
What
of time.
about, you left all this alone, like bumper, grill, what have you, you've done stuff here,
No, stock bumper, grill.
Fitment of it stock?
Yeah.
It is,
Yeah.
okay.
Well,
okay.
I mean, I probably did some work to tighten it up a little.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And then I put the little lights up front for blinkers.
Oh, these are your blinkers right here?
They would be if I hooked them up, but
If you had blinkers?
no, I do have rear
You just
ones.
do this?
I have rear blinkers. Yeah, as we walk back here, obviously it's been chopped 6 inches. AM hot rod glass did all the acrylic in it, so this is actually not glass.
It's acrylic.
Yeah.
Is it a 6-inch level chop or is
I learned a lot from this. This is a really hard truck to chop. So when you chop here and here, all of a sudden the top got wider and longer. So now I have a section like 2 inches going this way and 4 inches going that way. And then I had to cut the peak out here to graft the peak back in there so I didn't lose that line.
So it's not as easy as chop the A, chop the
Yeah,
B,
no.
drop the hood back on.
I wish.
Yeah, by the way, I've always loved since day one of seeing this. And I'm not typically a fan of white vehicles. Like white usually it just doesn't do it for me. But the white, the open hood, the pinstriping, the friggin' sparkly ass silver. I mean, it's really slick.
Sean,
dude.
that's metal flake.
You know, call it what you want. I call it sparkly ass. So the striping goes, did your pinstriper
Yep.
also all that?
Yeah. Once the paint was laid down, he did everything at once.
So you shaved the door handles, you shaved drip rails.
Yep. All that's done.
Was that your first time ever doing any of that?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about, what other mods body-wise, anything back here?
Ton. So just all the little splash pan around here, all this stuff used to, it would come around here, but it would be way back here. This truck back used to start here, the bed, and come straight across. So you had a huge gap in between the cab. So I just tightened everything up just to follow the cab lines all the way down.
Yeah.
Obviously, I did the same here, but did it much more subtle, so it wasn't a huge, kick out. The whole roll pan has been redone, or the tailgate's been redone. Tail lights obviously are Frenched in. They used to have a big old tail light that
Oh,
rolls off
that's
here.
right, sitting out on
Yeah.
the big bracket thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Frenched those all in. And then when we get back to the bumper, this bumper normally would have been flipped the other way, but I wanted to run the exhaust. So this would normally be where the license plate goes.
Got it.
Flipped over, so I flipped it and then ran the exhaust out that area.
Which is so cool.
And obviously, it rubs a little back there when you're going down
Did
the
you
driveway.
make your own exhaust on this?
Yeah,
you
it's all
did.
2.5 stainless all the way back.
Yeah, of course. Any mufflers? Is there mufflers or?
Yeah, no, it's quiet. This truck's super. You'll sit in it. It doesn't drone. You can listen to the radio. No, it's nice. It's just a clean sound.
And then the bed.
So bed itself, I don't do any woodwork. I don't enjoy doing woodwork.
Yeah.
So what we did is I took this over to my dad's house. I went to Home Depot, bought these. I think they're 10 inches wide. We routed all the areas out for the stainless strips, and I don't want to stain, so I took all the stuff back home, got some base coat black, went over everything, sanded it to the texture I wanted, and clear coated it with just automotive clear. And then the back box, I'm like, I have nowhere to put anything in this truck. So my dad built me that little box back there, which you can store a little bit. So the one big thing now that I've given it to my wife, Randy, is there's no rear view mirrors. Side mirrors, at least. There's one in the inside, but no side mirrors. And she has a hard time. She's only this tall already, so she has a hard time getting over. So I'm doing the dummy spotlights on it, and I'll integrate a little mirror so she can see
A
it.
side view on it.
Yeah.
Nice.
At least I'll put dummy spotlights on both sides, but I'll do at least a mirror on this side for her.
All right, let's check out the interior finally, which
Okay.
I've never ever, you know how I am, dude. I don't like to know anything about a vehicle before we shoot it because I want it to be like right now, learning all these fun things.
So,
Wow, that thing is chopped low, dude.
Yeah.
God dang. Wow.
so the steering.
Oh, you're screwed. You gotta put side view mirrors on.
No, you can't
You have
see.
zero visibility here, man. I mean, well, you can see a little behind. Damn.
Yeah.
But you're still enough space to sit in here.
Well, when you drive these, you got to slouch down
you gotta
anyway.
chill. You gotta be chilling in
Yeah.
this truck for sure.
So the interior itself, though, the only really big modification is the entire dash. The glove box used to be on the other side. These are like more of a 53 Chevy gauge cluster, but I Frenched everything in, just kind of clean it up. Steering drop, I welded in so it's all one piece, and then I wanted the look of a mechanical shift linkage, so I made all this stuff just to kind of look mechanical.
Did you make your own pedals?
Those are all low car.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
God, this thing's.
You might have to blur out the keychain though.
Of course you gotta. Well, while I'm here perusing, let's take a little bit
There
more
you go.
time. It ain't my style typically. I don't typically lean towards this kind of, 50s, 60s greaser kind of
Sure.
style, or that's what it reminds me of anyways. But this truck is, I've always thought it's just beautiful. Well, I'm bummed that Randy's not here for the drive part because, let's be honest, she's cuter than both of us.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
let's go drive this thing, man.
All right, let's do it.
And Randy will have to do it next time. Ride's nice though, huh?
Yeah.
It's a little stiff, but like trucks.
But it's so low, So,
yeah.
The coilovers on them are, I could probably tune the coilover a little bit, but this truck, it's so low. I think if it was too loose, we would definitely bottom out on stuff.
Right.
But it's still, it's still a pretty comfortable truck to drive.
Totally. Well, it's fun. It feels like what it is the truth. See, I call that fun power, by the way. That to me is the fun kind of power where I don't have to worry about that it's going to get away from me.
No, it definitely won't get away from you.
Is this still fun for you to get in a 400 horsepower?
It's all right. Honestly, for the streets, it's fine.
Right.
What else am I going to do with all that power unless I got something?
Well, but like I see you in your F100.
Yeah, I know.
Where when you get it, I know you cruise, but then you get a spot and you're like railing on it. The thing's trying to kill you. It's just.
Honestly, I think I get more of a high now driving, say, up Main Street, downtown, and getting people just like, dude, giving me thumbs up and stuff.
Got
so
it.
I think getting that in either this or the blue truck,
Got it.
yeah, I love it either way.
So you don't need as much of the crazy adrenaline rush anymore.
No.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Oh, dude, this is so chill. I could just cruise in
comfortable.
here.
Yeah.
I'd cruise in this thing. No wonder your wife's enjoying the hell out of this.
It's just an easy car.
'Cause she can just cruise and
Yeah.
enjoy it. Yeah. Okay. No, but okay. It came like I was like, wow, that's really all this is going to do, huh? And then it downshifted. I get it. It's not a dude. Look, it's
It actually surprised me a little bit.
when it kicked down. It was like, oh, okay, there we go.
I think when I did that, I think I bent the TV cable back some, or the bracket.
When you stood on it.
That's why it wasn't shifting original into third.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. that was a smoky one, Jason. I love it. Get the smell of the tires, it's so good. That was perfect, brother. That was the perfect end, man.
Back at the shop. I had to lay out the auxiliary when I saw the car in front of me. Like,
yeah, I know. I was like, I think he's gonna go right up to them, and you kind of did. Genuinely excited this one finally happened. This is the truck that I met Jason over. Been wanting to shoot this one for, gosh, over 4 years now. I've been wanting to shoot this truck. And it's just a chill, gangster looking cruiser truck, but as you can see, smoking tires, no problem. Absolutely love this build. And I'll throw this out there. I've mentioned it a few times in this video, but I really mean this. If you're local, you need work done on your vehicle, it doesn't get better than Jason. So look up HB Hot Rod. I promise you, you'll love the work he does. So that's it for today, you guys. A big thanks for hanging and watching, and I will see you in the next one. All right, man, later.